you so much for joining me this week for the technique how-to kissing technique. This is where we're going to kiss our stamps, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in a moment. First, we're going to make a little 3x3 card, which you start out with a 3x3 or 3x6, and you're going to fold it in half. And I have cut and ran this through the Big Shot with the perfect polka dot. This is a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 piece of cardstock, and we're going to just lay that right on top of our little note. Now, Stampin' Up! Does have fun little envelopes that go with these, so they make really good little gift cards. You know, when you want to give a gift. We're just going to run our snail. This is just under a 1/2 inch by 2 3/4 to run through the middle of the card. This is part of our Sycamore Street, which is one of the celebration products. Now for the kissing technique, we need 2 stamps and 2 colors of ink. We're going to take our pattern and we're going to ink it up, and you want a pattern for one of your stamps and the other one you want to have it be fairly solid. Now I chose this flower out of the button set, and so I've inked it up with Tangerine Tango, and now I've stamped it on the other stamp to pick up that pattern. So when I stamp here, you can see that there's 2 colors of ink along with that pattern, which gives it some interesting designs. And you can just play with that with all different kinds of patterns and ink and see what combination you like best. Now you don't always have to have 2 colors of ink. Sometimes maybe you want a white background, or if your stamp is totally solid, you might just want the design on there, so it's really up to you. We're going to put a dimensional on each side of this little card or flower, and we're going to stick it on our card front. And now we're going to add our button embellishment. Of course, you could leave it just like that. This is the Sycamore Street, which again is a Celebrations product and is free with a $50 order. You get these 3 amazing ribbons and the buttons. And they're gorgeous. Of course, they are some of my favorite colors. Now, the first time I tried these ribbons, I actually threaded the ribbon through the button, but I'm going to show you a much easier way. Sometimes I think of things the really hard way. So I'm going to put one of the pool party buttons in the center, and of course you could leave it just like that without a ribbon, but I kind of wanted to pull a little bit of that Tangerine Tango. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to pull it and make a knot and trim it because I want it fairly short. And we're going to take a glue dot and put on the back of here. Kind of hide your glue dot and stick it in your card, and nobody will know that you didn't run that through the entire button to get that effect. Anyway, here is the same one done without ink behind it. This one is with the ink behind it, and I used Island, Indigo, and Tangerine Tango on that. So be sure and stop by my blog, www.stampstodiefor, to print out this little card and make your own little sample at home so you remember how to do it. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great one.